Barcelona versus Levante just ended and we made the comeback. I saw the script, bro. I saw the script. I was already seeing people on Twitter, on TikTok being like, bro, we're gonna lose this and that. We ended the game 3-2 and it was just like, dog, we got a pen called against us, first of all. That I just don't know what else you want Balde to do there, but we're gonna talk about that later. And that first goal from that one guy, I think his name is Romero. That guy Romero had Kubarsi standing there like he just did not know what was going on at all, bro. Araujo had to come over there and try to save him, but he was just too far. You know what I mean? The second goal, I just don't know if that really was a pen or not. I'm not too familiar with the pen rules and all that dumb stuff. I don't know too much, so I'm not gonna say too much about it, if that should be a pen or not. But the same guy, the same ref, Hernandez. Yes, that is his name. Hernandez. I don't know how that goes about. I don't know if that's his middle name too. I don't know if that's his first name. I really don't know. That's besides the point. But I don't know. I saw a lot of controversy surrounding Casado, Rashford, saying that Rashford was doing butt, that Casado was butt. You know, I'm here to say he was kind of butt. He was kind of butt. I will say that. Casado just did not look convincing, man. He really didn't do much, to be honest with you. He had one sort of defensive action where he was against, I think his name was Molero, something like that. But that whole thing was going to be outside, but he kept him onside. That's why we had to go chase him back. So I really don't know. Whole argument if should Casado play over Frankie, should Frankie play over Casado, all that sort of stuff. I think they're very different players for sure. I think there's a lot of situations where Casado might do something better than Frankie and Frankie might do something better than Casado, right? If you haven't seen that argument, go on Twitter, search up Casado versus Frankie or something like that. It'll pop up. You'll see some of it. It's just, I don't know. I think they're two very different players, but that's besides the point. Just to go over the goals. That first goal from Pedri. Pedri needs to rip shots more when he has those abilities, man. He has the ability to shoot. He has no one on him. He needs to rip a shot. I don't care what it is, bro. Pedri has the ability to shoot, and he's not shooting. I don't care, man. I'm going to tell this guy to shoot every single time. And he wants to make a pass or something. I'm telling this guy to shoot in my head the whole time, man. No one's on him. Pedri is too good of a shooter where, like, he'll come up in clutch moments. And for him to not be shooting, that shit pisses me off. It was sort of like Levante just randomly, like, lost something because of that Pedri shot. Like, no one was expecting it, and Pedri just went about it like if nothing happened. He just went for the second goal. He didn't care. He didn't celebrate. He just wanted more goals. He wanted to win. And I love that about Pedri, man. Pedri is really my guy, bro. I don't care. And so for the second goal, it's like back to back. I don't even know the timestamps or whatever the goals were. But we get a corner. Rafinha crosses it into Ferran. And speaking of Ferran, hold on. Let me not even talk about the second goal real quick. This guy had an open chance. He misses completely and hits the crossbar. Look. My guy. Look. He has all this space. No one's on him. This guy is so far away from him. And look at where he shoots. I'm thinking, oh, he's about to top bin this or whatever, right? Top bin. I hear the post ring through my phone or through my PC. I forgot where I was watching it. And I was like, how is that possible, bro? Cling. Look at how happy this guy is, man. Hey. Tiburon. Look at this, man. It's like the ball curves, bro. Pedri controls the game so well, man. If we didn't have Pedri, I don't know what we would be doing, bro. I really don't know who else would be playing instead of Pedri. If I had a team without Pedri, he's literally the best midfielder in the world. I don't care what anyone says, man. When you see a guy like that, it's football heritage. Just the way he controls the game, he's able to just like know when to do something, when to not. And he's so young, man. This guy is so young, and he plays the game like if he's been playing football forever, man. But just, it's mind-blowing to me, man, what Pedri's able to do sometimes. It's like the only reason this guy doesn't have enough like prop from people is because he doesn't have assists. He doesn't have assists to back him. But then when you see some of the shots he passes and the way they miss, it's just like, it makes sense, bro. Right here. Assist right here, but nah. And then they asked Pedri about the handball. Honestly, I don't know. A short while ago, they gave us a lecture at the Federation about handballs. And for example, Tuchemani's handball that season in the Montjuic was for me a clear handball. Well, this one for me wasn't yet. They called it. And the thing about me is I don't like to talk too much about the handballs and all that sort of stuff because I really don't know too much about it. I don't know what's considered what isn't. But when certain stuff like that is just called and you don't call other stuff where like the Tuchumeni one, there is times where I'm like, yeah, we should have played better. Even if the handball this, handball that, there is times where I'm like, yeah, the handball probably would have changed it whether we got a penalty or whether they didn't get a penalty, the opponents. But it's the fact that we don't play well enough. That's the thing about me. I don't care too much about the handballs and all that sort of stuff. It's just about if they robbed us or not. And what counts and what doesn't. That's really all it is about me. I really don't like feel it too much into it. I don't feel too much into it. And Mateo Lajos, you know who this is, says it's not a penalty. Balde can't put his hand out. The worst person just made a great point. I do want to talk about one thing though. The mentality for the comeback is good. We didn't have that sort of thing before. Years ago, when we would go down 2-0 or 3-0, the comeback was impossible. Before Xavi or during Xavi, sometimes, we didn't think the comeback was possible. We didn't think this and that. And now it's just like normal. We do this normally, like even if we go down 2 goals or 3 goals or 4 goals, whatever it is. We still try, bro. We still make goals happen. And when Gabi and Olmo came in, we started playing much better. We started playing more forward, more direct. But that's the thing. We shouldn't normalize this. We should be able to control the game from the start, play well, and just do whatever we need to do, right? We shouldn't be able to just be doing that every game. We shouldn't make it normal to be trying to make comebacks, or we should start right from the beginning and end it right. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be having to do comebacks like this, Just doesn't make sense. And I think it's all about who we play at the right times, because Casado and Pedri with Rafinha right in front of him just doesn't make sense low key with Rashford on the left. You know what I mean? And I know Flick's most likely experimenting with having Rafinha play as a 10, but I think after this, Rafinha won't play as a 10 as much. Or he might make a few tweaks with who he plays in the midfield. These lame ass dogs, bro. But I think it just depends on who he selects. I don't think Rafinha should be playing as a 10. I think we waste a lot of who Rafinha is while playing him as a 10. My midfield, what I think should be is Mark Bernal as the CDM and then Pedri and Gavi as the midfielders. I think that's what my midfield would be. While although having Olmo, Fermin, and Casado is definitely good, that is my midfield 3. I think Flick sometimes forces us to have a 10 when we probably shouldn't have a 10, What are they barking about? Just to put you into context, those are the dogs downstairs in the basement. I can somehow hear them because of my AC vents. What do they bark about? Alright, and this is the third goal. We got 90 minutes. I low-key thought Ferran had a touch on it when I first seen it. Just low-key, and then I seen that the dude touched it, and I was like, I thought Ferran just low-key boinked it and hit it over there, but nah. I look at them celebrating, so inspirational, man. But imagine playing like that, trying to waste time, trying to hold the lead, just to lose to an own goal. Levante. Man, they're saying Lamine had a bad game, just low key though. Yo, this pick of Lamine is just hilarious, bro. Lamine, you better not hope to have a bad game anytime soon, bro. Because that pick will be having its rounds on Twitter and TikTok, bro. I don't know what sort of glazing this is. Look at that stare. He knows he will pull the biggest comeback of his career so far. I mean, he wasn't wrong. But the way this is probably a grown man talking like this. That emoji, yeah, bro, you're cooked. But just look at this stat, man. Passes completed tonight. Pedri with 110 and Levante with 88. If you had a Pedri parlay on passes completed, you probably went over. I don't know what his line was, but he had 110. Cause damn. But overall, man, it's a comeback. You always gotta be happy about a comeback. I just don't want this to be normalized where we go down and we start playing bad and we do make a comeback, but we're happy about it and stuff. But it's just like, bro, we should be dominating from the start to the end. I think this team has a lot of potential. It's just about who plays with who, bro. You know. And I think Flick is just making those choices right now, figuring out what works and what doesn't work. You know, what player profiles match. You know what I mean? I think the guy is just experimenting, and that's a good thing. Rayo Vallecano, 2:30 p.m. the 31st. Man, Rayo Vallecano is low-key a team that kind of makes it hard for us sometimes, but I see us winning that. Appreciate y'all if you watch this video all the way through, man. Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya. See ya. Also, my Discord is going to be in the link in the description, man. Make sure to join that. I'm going to be talking on there with y'all. And yeah, if you haven't made a Discord, make a Discord, bro. Join that. See y'all, man.